Dumelang ko mahayeng ra le amohela ko Rise, lebitso la ka ke Nomonde. Hello guys, ninjani?
Hey.
Today re bua ka taba e bohloko, taba e ntshosang nna as Nomonde Ndwalaza. Rape mo South Africa is like a rite of passage. Ra hola, re ipotsa okay rona, ro rapiwa neng hante hantle. Because that's how bad it is. So today, re bua ka taba e ya rape le hore ha rona re ka rapiwa or motho mo ratang ka rapiwa o mo thusa jwang le hore o mo supporta jwang. So in terms of rape ne, there's a stat that says ukuthi 40% of women that live in this country have a chance of being raped in their lives. So in terms of rona, re dutse mo really for 2 of us stand that chance of being raped in their lives. Right?
It's nonsense. I hate the fact that you said, Uguti, you're just waiting because you think it's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel like in terms of justice, like Lelis. And in Ihlale endaweni kulelizwe leli whereby when umuntu wesilisa engdlwengula, he won't be held accountable.
Yeah, and you might not even be believed when I'm
Exactly.
You know, I hear you ladies speaking, but I'm actually quite over this topic. I'm over having to... You know what? Because I know so many women, myself included, who've been raped. And we talk about it and talk about it and talk about it, and nothing seems to happen. It's like speaking to a brick wall. No one seems to hear you. I'm frustrated because even in my family, I have a cousin who raped me. And my family walks around like nothing happened. Even at my wedding, people are like, why is he not invited? Why do you think he's not invited? Because he raped me.
So
and why are you keeping quiet?
What are the consequences of being a rapist, like in society? Do we even have
Nothing.
consequences?
There are
for
no
a rapist?
consequences.
Right? Like, what is that?
The fact that nasema police station mawuya uyahlekwa number 1 akunap nendawo evalekile yokuthi okay woza bakwamukele and into ebhlungu kukho konke ukuthi mangibatshela ekhaya ukuthi ngingadlengula like akekho umuntu wangikholwa you know sisasenazo
bonke nje abakholwanga
akekho umuntu wangikholwa uyayibona character yami njani sengifela ukuba yimi
so it's seen as your fault ukuthi wena urejile.
yeah.
Hi. So on our travels to Rise Club, we came across a number of Rise women who did not get adequate support after rape. Let's hear Dar's story.
Igama lami uNothando wakaJiyani, ngina 20 years, ngihlala eFryhead eBhekuzulu elokishini elisha. Ngiphuma kwi independent ladies. Thina siyiclub sijwayele ukuthi sihambele senze ama special projects. Sihambe mhlawumbe ama clinics, siyokwenza gardening, sihambe like ema halls sikline. So masiqeda ema sports eRise. Sihambe sibuye emakhaya and then later bese ngiphuma nomunye umfana owumngani wami. Mase sehleli ke and then qhamuka ababhuti abafana about2 basithatha bashonisa emva kwase hall bathatha everything babe abayithola bese beyashaya ke bese beshaya bese befuna ukuthi beqala ukungirape ke and then sibange and then so bengijoving ngephansi and then bese bangirape ke lo omunye asuggest ukuthi i-private party yami extend lo omunye amkhuze and then bangifingerishe ke ngesikhathi ngilele phansi into ade ngicabanga ukuthi ngiyafa vele so I was praying ngenhliziyo ngaphakathi ngithandazela ukuthi uNkulunkulu ngoba ngisendaweni e-wrong ngesikhathi esi-wrong angamukele kodwa mengiphuma mina esibhedlela amaphoyisa mebe wabiza awangafika and then benza ngekhethi yabo udokotela mase kuphelile ngivele ngabona nje ukuthi indaba angiyeke vele ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi amaphoyisa vele ngeke ezenze lutho so ngavele ngayekela akaze ngivule icase akaze ngenze lutho but no ade ngihamba nayo umfana ekuba bavulile icala kodwa akuna feedback akunalutho into engiyenzile ukuthi ngikhohlwe ngento ukuthi ngitshena abantu like the more ngikhuluma the more kuphela nakho kuncipha and ngatshena ne best friend yami ke isupports engitholile from my club adinkulu like babeshola amazwi ade ngitshena wona ukuthi umuntu uyawadinga into yokuqala ukuthi uxoxe lo ozomxoxela akundlulisele kozokusiza mhlawumbe i-social worker and then i-social worker ilona mhlawumbe lizokuyisa emaphoyiseni mhlawumbe bazomuzwa kangcono yena because i-social worker and then amaphoyisa ke enze elandela a-session bese ke icala lakho liba right mhlawumbe uvule icase belandelele bethole and then justice is served.
You know, hape ntenang kataba ena ya rape is that there's also different ways in which we choose to respond to a rape, right?
Yeah.
So I know my brother, you know, I have a baby brother, sweet boy, amazing. If someone was to come to me and tell me, Gucci, my brother raped them, I wouldn't believe them.
How?
You know,
No,
I wouldn't believe them.
like,
and I know
after
that makes
everything
me
we've just
a
seen,
hypocrite.
After Tuli's story.
But it speaks to how we choose to respond to rape when we're close to the people.
But guys, what do rapists look like? We think rapists are strangers who are standing at the corner who
Yeah.
look like drug addicts or whatever. No, they are brothers, they're people we know.
Yeah.
And we're still defending them.
And imagine lo muntu uhlale unaye uhlala umbona every day. And then at the end of the day, maybe impilo iqhubeke.
Yeah,
Ngathi
because
like
it's something that-
akenzakalanga next.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm saying in terms of the society ehlala kuyona that doesn't hold abantu besilisa accountable.
Accountable.
It doesn't matter ukuthi ubhuti wakho because ubhuti wakho, so you'll stand by his side. It doesn't matter ukuthi ushade naye because your husband, you'll stand by his
I
side.
wouldn't stand by his
No,
side,
I'm not
though.
saying you will. I'm saying the majority of abantu esibabonile who do not believe abantu besifazane, they will stand by their husbands. Pindi.
Nomonde okunye emele ngimangibuyela kwezinye izinto emuva. I was sexually assaulted like the second time. Okay, this time kube ngcono because umkhulu amanye yakuye ngimtshela ukuthi okay kenzakale lokho and eqala futhi
Yeah.
njoba udashile ukuthi ima ukhuluma ngayo it heals and the mere fact ukuthi umkhulu wami like was the only person
That believed
owangikhola
you.
that day
Yeah.
and wathatha nama steps ukuthi ngibone ukuthi amampela uyangikhola you
Yeah.
know lento njoba ashuda lento le give me like angeke ngithi ngihilile but ungibonisile ukuthi ngamthemba you know ngabe endaweni right because ukhona.
Yeah.
And you know,
Maybe
the fact that you had to go through this a second time for someone to believe you
Yes.
is the beginning of the problem. You know, the people don't believe you.
And then
people think, "Hayi, uyapapa,
na for
hayi,
instance
ugogeni."
naphindi nama outfits mawubatshela ukuthi no angifuni ukulala nawe bacabanga ngathi amantombazana no means yes.
Yes, because
And
we
it
don't,
doesn't.
we don't understand consent though.
Yeah.
Because this is a conversation about consent. And consent can be no. So I could be having sex with you and even during the act, I can say no, I don't want to have sex with you
Angifuni
anymore.
ukuyenza
And if you don't stop, then you would be raping me.
But
we
this
don't
is
get
the thing.
that. We don't
Kula.
get ukuthi husbands are rapists in a marriage. We don't get ukuthi umuntu ojola naye could rape you.
Justice bakwethu sisakhuluma ngalento ekuthiwa justice after rape.
Yeah.
And because siyazi ukuthi in the society in which we live in, it seems as if you know the system that we have has so many flaws and it's failing us njengabantu besifazane. What are then the other ways?
And
know what, guys, this is-
nale justice yakhona
this
like
is-
to me
It doesn't
imali,
exist. It's
yeah.
nonsense.
Election.
Guys,
You
this
know?
is just a very charged conversation, and I think I just need to breathe, you know? So we need to go to an ad break right now. We'll be back after the break. But rabatlo wali lona hore lona, rape ki eng for lona, and ili affecta jwang. Buang lo rona ko hashtag ya Rise Talk Show, rahut.
I've experienced violence at some point in my life. When I went to the police station, ma, it was unsafe ngesikhathi siyakhona.
I
So
was
what
raped.
do we do?
I don't think I would go to the police.
siyanamukela sibuza umbuzo ukuthi wena wawungenze njani uma umuntu osondelane naye umuntu omthandayo ikhazini yakho ima irape umuntu omaziyo asizweni ukuthi ntseni. So ukhuputso chichi I'll be afraid of them. I wouldn't be able to look at them in the same way. Rape is cruel crime. It's a violation against someone else. Nomfundo Mkwena yena athi I will report that person. I don't care about how we are. Sabonga kakhulu ngama comment wenu lapha emakhaya. Namhlanje igest yethu i-director ye-organization ebizwa ngokuthi Power. People opposing women abuse. Masimshayeleni izandla simamukele uMamhlanhla Mkwena. Ngiyaphila.
Mamhlanhla, thank you very much for joining us namhlanje kuzokhuluma about justice after rape. So mbuzo wami wokuqala ukuthi iPower siyazi ukuthi usebenza nayo njengamanje and it's an organization that's been around for a very long time and yenze umsebenzi omningi kakhulu obalekile. Kodwa namanje kuba sengathi kusanzima ukuthola justice after rape. So yini enzama ukwenza njengamanje to do things a little bit differently in order to be able to tackle le nkinga lesibhekene nayo?
I think kubalulekile ukuthi sazi ukuthi inkinga esinazo bezikhona even kudala. But it's important ukuthi all the stakeholders must acknowledge those problems and challenges. Firstly, parenting. We must acknowledge ukuthi as ama parents we need to start socializing abantwana bethu differently. Boys and girls should be socialized as equals, should be socialized as people who are respecting each other, as people who are loving each other. They should not see themselves as different people. They must see themselves as one person from a kaya. So if we can teach equality from a very young age, some of our problems can start ukuthi ziyehle. But at the same time, we know ukuthi there is a crime. When a person reports a crime, it has to be taken seriously. In a Sexual Offences Act, then it means amaphoyisa must implement the act kahle.
So I'm someone who has been raped and I would like to report my case now. I'm ready. But I want to know, how long does it actually take? Is it months, days, weeks? Because ngathi kunomsebenzi omningi.
It will depend with case yakho. If you have been raped, you have to go to a police station and open a case. But the most important thing to know mawuvula i-case, case, you need to know who's investigating your case. But you also need to know your case number. The other thing you need to be told immediately mawuqeda ukuvula i-case bakuthathe bona amaphoyisa bakuhambise at the nearest Tutuzela care center where evidence will be collected.
I'm sorry, ma, kodwa, I've experienced violence at some point in my life, ma, at the hands of Amadot. When I went to the police station, ma, and I needed usizo at the time, I didn't get that. It was unsafe ngesikhathi siyakhona.
If I
so
was
what
raped,
do we do?
I don't think I would go to the police.
Remember gore a crime has been committed. It's once reportiwe ko mapodiseng. But I think it's important as community members to also hold the police to account. If you are unhappy with the police and how they treated you, you need to report to the station commander. If the station commander does not take the necessary steps, you need to report to IPIT, this independent agency, a investigator mapodisa. So we have those problems in terms of saying survivors are facing secondary victimization. That is why it's important to report to organizations because we document such cases and then we hold the relevant bodies to account to say why this treatment.
We're told we need to get the rape examinations, right? But we also know there's a backlog with the rape kits and the way the system is at this point. So what's the value of putting a rape victim through all of that? A lot of trauma already, and now they need to sort of reenact rape as a highly.
DNA testing is because it will choose a case ya court.
Okay.
The evidence e leng gore tshwantse collectiwe mo mmeleng wa gago to see gore go na moriri wa perpetrator or during the rape ha wa mongapa, maybe skin sa gagwe se under your fingernails. So that DNA testing will link the perpetrator to the crime scene. So go botlhokwa go DNA ya gagwe le ya gago e tholiwe for case gore e tlo supporta case ya gago gore this did happen.
So mina mama ngibengu namanje makukhula kwami vele bengulo tano papayo tezinjalo. So kayenzeka ukuthi nami ngarayichiwa. So ekhaya mangibatshela ukuthi okay bangirapile akekho umuntu owangikholela. So wenza kanjani uma uyingane utshela abazali bakho ukuthi okay ngirayichiwe and then bangakuthembi?
What is important ukuthi mawumntwana if mhlambe umamakho, you need to have a relationship mhlambe with your sister, your pastor, a friend, so that you can tell someone if someone does not believe you, so that you know ukuthi mina I've got umngani or I've got umamfundisi or I've got a social worker that I know. That is why it's important that you know ukuthi ama services akuphi and nabantu abangakunceda bakuphi.
So highly bomamfundisi themselves but aren't believing.
That is why
everybody. So
there are organizations where we have trained staff baba berekang ka rape ba ileng gore ba tseba
Right.
gore you have to be
Ngiyakuzwa, yes,
believed.
but then that's not in all communities, you know. Kukhona enye, you know, isn't indawo ebhekuzulu eFreiheit, for example, whereby ayikho police station and sazi kahle ukuthi amantombazana akhona ma ayadlwengulwa, you know. And those kind of case centers ma isn't esingekho. So uma kuwukuthi umphakathi nomndeni wakho already doesn't believe you and there aren't actually equipped places lapho khona you can go and receive help.
And there isn't an internet cafe that you can go to find the
So
information
umphakathi
itself.
has to hold the government. Remember, the government has got laws. The government has a responsibility to protect and to serve. So that is why umphakathi has to always advocate for a change kuma communities wap. To say that's why we have a local government, that's why we have a provincial, that's why we have a national government. So that we have armor services available to us. If South Africa signs a convention and saying we are going to protect women and girls, it means they must make sure that in each and every community there are those services. But if those services are not available, the community has to advocate for those services ukuthi zibe khona.
So na ke under 18 ke shebile rise ke shebile episode ya rona hona nje hona le motho on rape bank ko hae ke motho ke motsebang ene ha bang believe ko family nyaka. What services exist for an under 18-year-old South African girl or rapejuang and doesn't know anywhere to go?
Re na le toll-free helpline ya child line in our country that the survivor can call. Power has recently launched a GBV app where you can just press a button and get a social worker to assist you. So as young women, as young people, what are we doing in our country to hold our government to account and ensure that those services are available to all young people in our country?
Namhlanje siyabonga for coming through uzokhuluma nathi namhlanje ngalento le yokuthiwa i-justice after ukudlengulwa.
Nami ngiyabonga ukuthi ningibisi.
Siyabonga nathi ma. Siyabonga kakhulu kuMamhlanhla Mokwena okwazile ukusisiza ukukhuluma ngenkinga yokudlengulwa ezweni nokuthi what is possible when we give support to survivors. Sizobe sihleli nosisi wethu Malebo emva kwekhefu, so stay tuned.
Your anger is valid. And my message to the community is that we must do more to keep the men accountable, and there must be something that gets done by the men themselves.
Welcome back. Rise young woman, how are you doing this evening?
Siyaphila phindile njani
I can hear by the tones in your voices you've also had an emotional journey with us with this episode. But let's call our big sister, Ausmalebo, to come help us unpack this issue a bit more. Hi Ausmalebo, how are you doing?
Kikwatile.
I understand.
Yeah, kikwatile.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very trying, difficult episode for all of us, I think, here on set. Even the Rise Young Women, you know, their mood has changed, their voices have changed because we all have been affected in one way or another. But let's go to our first burning question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Molosisi igama lami nguKhanyisa ndicela ubuze nokukhulu into endimaziyo bekeke wareyitshwa during i-rape yakhe ne uye wafumana i-organs with the person rape. So I want to know about why did she had orgasm during that time bekeke wareyitshwa
And I'm sure Hore Chomia Hao felt guilty for getting an orgasm after she was raped. One thing that we must understand is biology. Hore, there are certain parts in your body that respond to stimulation. You know, so like for example, as a woman, I've got a clitoris. If there's certain stimulation on my clitoris, my body will respond. And it does not mean that when I get an orgasm, I'm necessarily enjoying the sex. It just means that my body is responding to a certain stimulation. So when you don't want to have sex, when you are coerced into having sex, when you are violated in any way, when you doubt that you wanted it, it's rape. There is no excuse, even if your body responds. So it's important for your friend to know, Hore, she was raped, she was violated, and because her body responded in that way, does not mean that she wanted it. So she then must take the next steps.
Someone else had a question for you.
Okay.
Sis Malebo, unonkuleko lo from KZN. Mina nginomuntu engimaziyo ngimjwayele futhi yena ke naye waba violated sexually esesemncane. So umalume wakhe wadlungulwa umalume wakhe, then wase eya sentence umalume wakhe, then wamthembisa ukuthi yena uma oke washo uzolokuzana uzombulala. then manje ke umalume wakho usezobuya and umngane wami uyasaba ukuthi ena ke uzomface kanjani uma ukuthi useyabuya umalume wakhe yena ke isiphi mhlawumbe into angayenza just to get prepared ukuthi umalume wakho mebuya uzokwenza njani mase buya yena.
One thing e ke batlang go le botsa rise young women le basadi kaofela ke hore your anger is valid, right? The way you feel is valid. Do not let anyone tell you hore just because somebody has gone to prison or to correctional facilities that it's over. And why are you still holding on to something that happened a long time ago? Mar ke batla hore ke bule ka tseba taba ena e thata. You know, it's a hard one because most South Africa, almost all of us basadi have been sexually violated. So e thata hore bue ka yona. Mar ke batla utlwa from lona le nahana hore tshwantse go etsagaleng ka malome o. Yes, sis.
Nna ke nagana gore malume a ka se kgone go boela ko ntlong because of obviously ntho ya gore o tlo dula ntse mmona every time a tsoga, every time a ntse kena ko ntlong a tsamaya o tlo dula a mmona, so ntho e tlo dula e khutla mo kellong ya gagwe ene go tlo ba difficult gore a lebale.
I don't know whether the girl went to a psychologist or not, but I think what would be best if the uncle also went to psychologist just to talk, but also keep his distance from her. That's what I think.
Kaleboga for those answers. You know, it is very difficult. But one thing that I would say is that there must always be support because the uncle is coming out. And you do not, there is no obligation to meet the uncle. And it's important for the family, Leona, protects the young woman away from the uncle. I've been sexually violated as a young girl, as a teenager, as an adult. Many of my friends have been violated. Many of the women that I come across have been violated. I worked with many women and I hear stories of how they've been violated. But one thing that always baffles me is that in society, the onus and the labor is put on women to end rape, right? We start organization, we have conversations like this, but the men are never, ever held responsible for this act. The statistics show that it's the women who get raped. When you go into prison, it is filled with men. But we don't go around making excuses and saying we are violent because of this. So honestly, men must start accounting because it is the men who rape. So we must expect more from men because only men will end rape, not us. It's not how we dress that will end rape. Men are the ones that will end rape. And my message to the community is that we must do more to keep the men accountable, and there must be something that gets done by the men themselves.
Thank you so much, Asma Lebo, for those wise words. I think we all needed to hear them. And thank you especially to our Rise Young Women. I know this episode was not easy on any of us. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Hoba mosadi mo South Africa wa tshosa. So rona basadi, it's important that we show up for each other and that we support each other. Like, we shouldn't have to live in a world where we need to bond over our pain and over our rapes. Like, this is not life. You know, this is not life. So hopolang hore santse di rise groups tse re nang le tsona di important because these are the very spaces that allow us to speak about these things respondingly each other. Hopolang lona ba leng ko hae ho bua le rona mo Facebook le mo Twitter #RiseTalkShow. Ha re hlakaneng beke e tlang.
Woof, woof.